YouTube. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Charity Unscripted. Another video at the clapperboard. I don't want to talk about it. Y'all see, I got like this shirt look a little big, like a little 2000s t-shirt, but I got on my TLC shirt because after watching very popular show amongst black people, Greenleaf. Me and my sister decided to watch another popular show amongst black people, Empire. Hey, to the Empire, to the Empire. Now, honestly, truly, it is so much to cover and so many storylines, and I just want to give my opinion about the Lion family. We might venture off. We'll see. Let's hope not. You know, I have my notes, of course. So, first, we're just gonna talk about each family member and how I feel about each family member. Lucius Lyon or Dwight Walker or Diddy. Now, I was told to watch Empire from the lens that Mr. Lyon was based off of Diddy, and I kind of saw it. Lucius was unaliving his friends, family friends, and they said Diddy did that with everybody on the Bad Boy label. I'm sorry. That's what they said. Well, not everybody on the Bad Boy label, but a good majority of everyone on the Bad Boy label. That's what they said. That's what they said. When all that Cassie stuff was coming out, when she sued Diddy, all this Bad Boy label stuff was coming out, that's what they said. I'm sorry. You know, Lucius was sleeping with his son's girl. Diddy was doing that with Lori Harvey, who was also with his son. I don't know. Diddy is a terrible person. However, he has a great ear for music. Lucius was the same way. I'm just saying. Now, Lucius, he was like a bitter baby daddy for a good part of the show. Like, your baby mama does 17 years for you, and now you act like you better than her. Like, just real creep behavior. But he did always have love for Cookie. He just couldn't get over that. Like, even after they divorced twice, even though they divorced twice, they probably hated each other but still have love for each other, you know? I want to do a throwback to when he had that accident when he was trying to save Cookie and he didn't have no leg, you know, no memory, no personality. That was acting. Like, that was true acting. Going from, like, evil Lion to Dwight, OMG. Like, OMG. And also, his mammy. Oh, his mammy's so annoying. Like, oh, his mammy was so annoying. Like, I know she had mental issues, but they didn't have to keep writing her. They didn't have to continue to write her in a annoying manner. Because she has some very annoying moments and scenes. Cookie Lyon and or Laretha. I love season 1 of Empire. And it's mainly because of Cookie's one-liners. And when her weapon of choice was a broom, like, that was peak Empire. Now, when she was talking about Michael, but she called him Michelle, and when I tell you I was weak, like, that one-liner wears me out to this day. Just weak. Like, me and Cookie, we was weak. We would laugh for like 10 minutes and then we had to rewind and just get it back together. Now, I'm gonna say I think Lucius, like, jokingly but also seriously, I think Lucius had Cookie under a spell. Because no way she went back to him each and every season. Sometimes multiple times a season. And as much as I love Cookie and Lucius, after they got divorced that second time, I was not trying to see that. I was tired of seeing Cooches. I was. Because how many times we gonna watch them fall out and fall back? It wasn't cute no more. It wasn't star-crossed lovers. It wasn't being separated for 17 years. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't cute no more. It was just toxic. This brings me back to Mr. Lion in terms of like after they separated for the second time, but after they divorced for the second time, when he left Cookie for Yana, I live for Yana. I'm sorry. She was cute, she could sing, and she liked Lucius. Maybe he was putting a spell on the women. Like, I don't know. Yana was weak in the knees for him. And so was Cookie. So I just don't know if he doing something to the women. I don't know. I doesn't know. But I know that Yana was for Lucius. Yana dying was actually sad, heartbreaking. I couldn't. First of all, it was unnecessary. I wasn't expecting it. It shouldn't have happened, and I couldn't even grieve because because the 5 seconds after they announced that she passed away, it's a montage of Lucius crying because of her death. And he just sitting there with like childhood pictures of her on the table and like magazine covers of her, like they was in this long relationship that he loved. Like, I know he loved her, but literally before she passed away, he was telling her that he wasn't gonna lock in with her. I couldn't even grieve Yana dying. And then her own father unalived her. Like, R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. Back to Cookie. When Cookie was fed up with just everything, and she went up and down that Empire building looking for Lucius and attacked him with that bat and the building with the bat. Cinema. When we finished watching Empire, me and my sister said we was going to go back and watch that scene and then watch season 1 again. We have yet to do that because we are very busy people. But next time I open up Hulu, that's probably what I'm going to watch. Now, this brings me to Andre Lyon, who this video is probably about. This video, before I wrote notes down to talk about this video, I already knew I really wanted to take a lot of focus on Andre. Because Andre really, and I mean really, got the short hand of the stick. His character never had anything happy happen. His meds were never correct. There was never a season where the meds were correct. He lost his son because of Anika. He lost his wife because of Anika. And Anika was just annoying anyway. And Andre was just lost. I was so sad. And I felt for Andre when he was in the studio and he wanted to unalive himself, but the gun jammed. Like, they did not talk about that enough. Like, no, I feel like and it's not like I finished watching it a whole long time ago. Like, just, they didn't talk about it like they should have. And then when Andre was with Jennifer Hudson, and then he was with Sierra McLean, and then he was in a relationship with his mind. And then when they revealed that police chick was just his imagination, it looped me because the Lee Daniels made it to where I couldn't believe that she was fake. Lee Daniels had it to where I couldn't believe she was fake because they had Andre on that freak tip with his own imagination. Lee Daniels, why you did that? Why Andre couldn't have a real relationship that wasn't with his imagination? I don't get it. Now, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but this is my hot take. I don't care whatever you want to call it. I feel like Andre should have died when he had that heart failure situation, because I feel like Kingsley should have lived. I don't know. I actually rock with Kingsley. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I feel like Andre should have passed away because he didn't have no good storyline. We kept him alive for no reason. He didn't get anything in the end. Him staying alive, nothing. Nothing. And even though Kingsley was mad annoying in the beginning, he was damaged. He just needed a male figure, and his mammy was no good. Andre season 5 is just ridiculousness on top of ridiculousness on top of ridiculousness. Like, he believes that Kingsley is taking over his life. I cannot. I cannot. Like, who wrote that and said, yes, this works? It doesn't. Like, why not just let Andre pass away? Like, I don't know. Andre's actor deserves every award they offer for acting because God, he was acting. Andre's actor was having a mental breakdown each season, and those breakdowns were so volatile. And that's so impressive. I believed I was looking at somebody that it didn't click in their brain. That scene when Andre realized that the officer was his imagination? Are we being for real? Because I don't think we're being for real. Lee Daniels made it to where I couldn't believe that she was fake. Oh, and y'all remember when Andre was in prison acting like he was an OG? Like, that was mess. That was unnecessary. We didn't need all that. I couldn't stand fake OG Andre. I couldn't. But to further my point, in Andre passing away when he had that cancer or heart failure situation, like, he would have ended with a happy love life. He would have been a father figure to his wife's older son who was in prison with him. And yes, he would have missed the birth of his son, but Andre's relationship with Walker really was never wholesome because of the fact that his meds were never calibrated correctly. There was not one season where Andre's meds were correct. Not one season. Not one three there was not three episodes where the meds operated correctly. I'm sorry. And that's unfortunate. But like, it could have been different. It didn't have to be that way. Like, people can be bipolar and live life. It didn't have to be all depressing. Like Andre on his wedding day, like, it didn't have to be that way. It didn't. Andre scaring his wife and his child, it didn't have to be that way. Andre scaring his whole family, it didn't have to be that way. We moving on to Jamal lying because I'm starting to get mad about Andre. I love Jamal. He was damaged because of his pappy, and that's understandable. But my thing with Jamal is, and really all of these characters, is I don't. This was my issue. This is my problem with Jamal and really all the characters, is because they couldn't pick a lane. They didn't know what lane they wanted to take. Jamal probably had about 6 million love interests. And I'm not even exaggerating. One being Alicia Keys. Like, are we serious? Like, can we pick a lane? Them boys was not trying to pick a lane. And that scene, it just might be one of my faves. When Lucius finds out that Jamal is with Alicia Keys, is pure comedy. I'm sorry. Like, the look on his face, the way the camera moves, the way Lucius moves, the way Jamal is not trying to admit, the way Jamal is not trying to admit that he's with Alicia Keys. It's pure comedy. I'm sorry. Okay, back on track. We have to talk about Lola. Now, most of you are probably like, Charity, who was Lola? Lola is my grandbaby. Lola was the alleged child Jamal had with Raven Simone. Lola was the best thing to happen to Jamal. And Lola, and my dear Lola, she was so cute, and she added so much to Jamal's storyline. That's why I know they wasn't trying to take nothing serious, because she actually added a whole lot to his storyline and how he needed to grow up and do better by himself, but also this new person he has to take care of. He understood the responsibility of being a parent, not only a parent, being a father figure to a little girl, you know? Like, he realized that he needed to step up. But no. Like, all those bad decisions that he made over the course of the show wouldn't have happened because he had a daughter. He was ready to be a great daddy. Like, now I'm a bit passionate about this because why they have to take my child away? Why they have to take my grandbaby away? They didn't taking Lola away actually did nothing for this show. Like, I don't know. And just for Hakeem to have a baby with Anika, of all people, like, Jamal having a kid makes way more sense than an Anika baby. Whatever season that was when Cookie met Lucius, I agree with Jamal. I'm tired of seeing her run back to him. Like, oh, it's always gonna be when Cookie met Lucius, and I'm tired of that. But yeah, I just like Jamal because we had the same. Because I just like how he really was just about his music, and he realized that his parents was just always gonna be them. They was always gonna be themselves. And I loved how he, like, literally, I saw the character growth when he was a father. But of course they had to take away everything that's good. This show, they took away everything that's good. And they had to take away my grandbaby, Lola. But I still think about her. Now, we moving on to Hakeem. Hakeem Lyon is just a product of his environment. Like, there were so many times he needed to be hit with that broom again. Tiana, and Hakeem, they were my favorites. After Crucius ended, all I wanted was to go to Tiana and Hakeem's wedding. And I never got that. Then Lee Daniels gonna have Hakeem and Maya. Like, just groupie behavior towards the end. Maya was just giving groupie behavior. And Hakeem was a great father to Bella. He was just off in that last season. Like, he just always looked high. Like, oh, like, I'm not trying to see that. And one of my favorite friendships in the show was Hakeem and Chicken. Like, Chicken was my dog. And, you know, I just had to put that in there because that referenced Hakeem's section. But all Hakeem had to do was marry Tiana, and they just would have been a happy family. Just bump all that other stuff. And I didn't like when Tiana was messing with everybody, but Hakeem was messing with everybody, and he was just a hot mess. So I can't blame her for messing with Mario, but I just can't. I can't blame her for messing with Mario, but I feel like I should. I just wanted Hakeem and Lee Daniels. He didn't give me that. He gave me Hakeem and Maya. Are we being serious? That's not my hair. Are we being serious? We're not. Because I really was just gonna talk about the Lion family, but I had to touch on these people that I still rock with. Portia, I loved her come up. However, again, Lee Daniels not giving me what I need, what I wanted to see. He really missed the opportunity to show her career as a rapper. Like, I could have done without Maya Treasure and Chet Hanks if I could see her rap way more. Like, not just a freestyle one time and the little performance she had in the last episode. Like, no, she could have been a great storyline to Empire. Like, she went from being Cookie's assistant to being signed to the label, you know? I rock with Juanita because she was ready. She put up with each and every Lion fight, dinner fight, gun show, rich times, poor times. And the thing is, she probably could have left a long time ago. Like, I know they paid her amazing to keep all of their secrets under lock and key. Like, Juanita probably could have left season 1, episode 1. She probably could have retired season 1, episode 1 if she wanted to. Because I know they were paying her mad good money so she could keep their secrets. I just know. But she stayed. And I gotta talk about the villains. I gotta talk about the villains of the show just to brush over some of the villains. Oh, and another person I rock with heavy is Thirsty. All them terrible outfits and them terrible haircuts. True villain of the show, Anika. Anika was annoying, but she died a tragic death. That's all I gotta say about Anika. I just don't care for her. I never did. Felicia Rashad, nasty woman on the show. And when they took Bella, it was not cute no more. I couldn't take it. I couldn't bear to lose another grandchild, another grandbaby. And that was right after Lola was gone. It was just too soon. Frida Gas, boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I don't like how it was teased that she was supposed to be the one to unalive Mr. Lion and somehow blow up Cookie's car in the end. Y'all remember that in the beginning of season 5? But y'all remember when she was attacking Jamal and not Lucius? And I was like, oh no. Oh no. That was just no good. That was just no good. Then she got like blacklisted from Empire and stuff like that. And then she was supposed to come back, but she never did. Like, just weird behavior. But like more on Lee Daniel part than Frida Gat's behalf. One thing my sister noticed about Jamal is that he always had like purple lights when he performed, like blue purple lights. Like he was trying to give Chris Brown a little bit. But y'all remember after he was with Alicia Keys and they had that song Flip Flop, which was mess because that wasn't even his song. But like just let the man live. Just let the man live. But Mr. Cross and Forrest Whitaker, those were crazy times for Empire, and Forrest blew me. Forrest blew me. Mr. Cross really was doing the most. Now he had Cookie though. With his flirting game, he had her. His flirting game was something. And Giselle was slow. I don't know why her character had to sleep to the top. Like, I'm not trying to watch that. And did her son ever find out like what happened? And did the people ever find out what happened with that accident between Diamond and the car? Like, what happened with that? Like, it don't matter for real. I don't remember what happened entirely, but that feel like that was never talked about. Like, season 5 was a hot mess, dumpster fire. A lot of storylines just thrown away. A lot of storylines just not tied up in the end. A lot of them. So, in the end of this video, in the end of my Empire experience, I want to thank one person. Timbaland. Timbaland was in the stool. Timbaland was in the studio day in, day out. Timbaland was the head of music for Empire, and Timbaland just did his biggest day in, day out. He played a little bit with the Hakeem songs in the beginning, but he ate down. We owe a lot to Timba. Cause you guys gotta think about it, right? Y'all gotta think about it. Like, obviously Timba had or Empire had a whole music team to, write music and come up with beats and things like that. But he was the head person. He was the head honcho. He had to help people and create ideas for all of the girl groups they had on there. The one that Hakeem had, what was like the Hispanic girls, and then you had the divas, the black divas, and then you had, all of Jamal's songs, all of Hakeem's songs. It was, you had Tiana, you had Takeem songs, you had Lion songs, You're So Beautiful, like all of this stuff, Lucius Lion songs. Like, they had rappers signed to them, they had all those female singers signed to them. They had just all of these people signed to them they had to make music for. And we just owe a lot to Timbaland. I give Timba his flowers. I give Timba his flowers because Empire probably wouldn't be what it was without the music. Like, we needed the music to move and groove. Move and groove. But what do I rate Empire? If I could just rate season 1, I would give Empire a 10 out of 10. Like, season 1 to like half of season 3, probably 10 out of 10. But once we got to the second half of Empire, it's getting like a 3. Excuse me, no funny. It's getting like a 3. That last season of Empire was so hard to watch. It's not even funny. It was just bad television. And the storylines didn't make sense. They didn't line together. What I wanted to happen was not happening. And it was so hard to watch Andre in that last season, to see him battle that multiple personality situation and to just see everything he ever wanted go downhill. All Andre wanted was a son. All Andre wanted was a family. He just wanted a family, and he couldn't get that because of Lee Daniels. Like, no. It got to the point where we were on the second to last episode, I think. And we paused it, saw there was 5 minutes left, and said, yeah, we're going to finish this tomorrow. We physically could not sit there for another 5 minutes to finish that episode. Or sit there for like another episode. We only had 5 minutes, another episode, and we put it off for another like 2-3 days. Because we just couldn't sit and watch. That's how I knew it was bad. That's how I knew this show. That's how I knew we were just done. We were just done. So yeah, that is the second half of Empire, specifically the last season, was just no good for me. I didn't like it at all. 0 out of 10, 3 out of 10, whatever you want to say. But first season, everyone gets a gold star. I do love the first season of Empire. I do love, I saw real acting on this show. There were a lot of times people had to, do big ranges. There was the large range in characters, and there was big character range. There was a big range in characters in terms of personalities and different, artists we had, but also there was there are a lot of characters that had big range. Lee Daniels, if you're watching this, I just want to talk. Like, I'm not trying to bash you or nothing, but I'm just trying to voice my concern for the show, cause I would say I'm concerned. A good chunk of the storylines, they concern me a bit. I would say so. But y'all let me know y'all opinions about Empire in the comments. I know the show ended mad long, but like, who cares? We talk about anything on here. Let me know y'all opinions. Let me know how y'all feel about Lucius Lyon and probably Andre. Tell me how y'all feel about Jamal and Lola. And I know y'all like, Trinity, that's actually like not important to the show, but it's so important because it would have changed the trajectory of a lot of things. Jamal's character, the family dynamic, the children, the grandchildren, the heir, and all that stuff, it would have changed a whole lot. I just miss Lola. Just miss my grandbaby. And they took her away without asking. Same with Bella. Just like taking grandkids on this show. But I'm done talking. I'm stop yapping. But see y'all in the next video. I told y'all I was gonna post consistently. Y'all didn't believe. Y'all gotta start believing. See y'all in the next video. We out.